Hello, New Wave of British Heavy Metal.com back again. Today is the 8th of January 2022. Before we start, if I could make the usual opening request for a favour, and that's if you would please subscribe to the channel. If you'd be kind enough, that would be excellent. I'd appreciate that. Every subscriber helps. Right, today we'll look at a band called Hollow and their album Tower, which came out back in the last year, November 21, I think it was. I picked this up after hearing a track somewhere. I'd never heard of the band before, but I liked what I heard, so I went straight out and got myself a copy of Tower. And I have to say, it's a fine slab of progressive metal, and with Hollow being from Sweden. It's, to me, there's lots of like chugging, slightly fuzzy, distorted guitar work going on, which has a nice feel to it. And overall, in my view, the style is somewhat reminiscent of early Queensryche, even on, say, on the Warning or bits of Rage for Order. In addition to those, you say, fuzzy, chugging, slightly distorted guitars, there are some fine bass lines going on, solid pumping drum, and some excellent vocals as well. We've got 10 songs, around about 35 minutes. So in modern terms, it's quite a short running time, but I think that's good. It doesn't overstay its welcome, and instead it's about the right length for a solid listen that holds your attention all the way through. It starts with a track called Birth, which is a generally acoustically based thing, quite gentle to begin with, but then it does get a little bit progressively heavier as it goes along, and it's quite a nice and a nicely paced introduction to what's to follow, and the album does break out more and more after Birth is finished. The title track, The Tower, nice chunky progressive rocker, and it's to me it's delivered very well in a sort of understated way, if that's not some kind of contradiction. Guardian and Destroyer of Worlds heavy things up a little bit more faster paced, really nice cutting riffs again, some nice hooks going on in there amongst it all as well. Every Drop of My Blood and Sunrise mixing more of the powerful stuff, but there's some mellow stuff going on as well, and some really hooky choruses. In fact, the whole album is so well paced, in my view, and so well put together, and that's demonstrated with the closer of Wander On. It's a really excellent way to bring the album to a close in a sort of succinct classic rock / progressive metal style affair. Now, I have to admit that the first couple of spins, didn't like it too much. It all sounded a little bit samey, a little bit one-paced, and that I didn't think to begin with there was too much variety or changes of pace going on. It was all a bit flatlined. But then I stuck with it. After a couple of more listens, it started to open up to me. It grew on me considerably after that, and the album's hidden depths and nuances became much clearer. Now, Tower, it's the sort of album which is deceptively complex, and it starts to reveal itself after those first couple of 3 listens, and in my opinion, it is very much worth the effort. I like it a lot. I listen to it a lot. I think it's great. But I say it did take me a couple of listens, and if you go out and buy it or download it or whatever, then you might like it straight away, or you might take a couple of listens, but it's worth it. It's worth it in my view. I think it is a fine album, and about 35 minutes is just right, because you can get into it and listen to it without your attention wandering off or anything like that. If like some albums these days seem to last for about a day and a half, don't they? But anyway, Tower, excellent, great album. As always, I will leave a link in the description to the album on Amazon if you'd like to check it out. You know, the CD, download and whatnot, all there if you want to check it out. So please do. Please subscribe to the channel before you go if you haven't already. That really would be excellent. And as always, thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and take care.